I'm going to read from my paper today because, as many of you know me, I get so nervous and lose my words. So, thank you all for coming. I love looking out and seeing all of you here. Some of you are here because you're a self-injurer. Some of you are here to support a friend or a family member. And some of you are here because you just want to be supportive and are willing to listen. And I thank you for that. This is our second annual Self-Injury Awareness Walk. Some of you may know this organization started in a recovery group for teens in our church. In my small group of girls, one evening, we had a discussion about cutting. As I sat in that room and I listened to them speak, I heard, "No one understands. My family and friends say it's not a real problem. I wear sweatshirts to hide my scars, and I can't stop." After listening and sharing, we came up with the idea of having an awareness walk. A place to educate, share, find help, encourage, walk, and heal. So here we are again. And I'm just so excited. I'm excited to see all of you here. This has been an amazing year. Last year was just so encouraging to see all that showed up. It really made me want to do it, continue to keep on doing it. So, last year we had a young lady speak whose story really touched all of us. This is something I will continue for every walk. So this year I have two great people sharing with you. One is a young teen who is not in full recovery. She's getting there, and so I appreciate her strength and courage to get up and speak to all of you. Her name is Ashley. And then I have a gentleman, Steve, who has a very encouraging message to his sister and to all of you. Before I introduce Ashley, I just want to share, personally, being in recovery has its ups and downs. I struggled with an eating disorder for 13 years. Sometimes I say 15, because honestly, from the day I decided I would no longer starve my body and I wanted to live, it took me 2 years to gain full freedom from that disorder. That disorder had fully taken over my life, and it was 2 years of hard work. Some days were awesome. I handled stress in a healthy way and worked through past pains. Some days were not so good. I would slip back into old destructive habits, and I would feel so incredibly guilty. After those days, my very positive husband would say, "Today is a new day." Those words still stick with me and encourage me. Each day is a new day. We have to treat ourselves better than the day before. So thank you, Ashley, for coming up, because today is your new day. So we're going to welcome Ashley first.
Okay, super nervous right now. I'm going to read off my paper too. It started out as like an essay for English, and I thought, that's my testimony, so there goes nothing. When I was 2, my biological parents separated. My mom married when I was 3. His name was Tom. Tom was a police officer. My mom thought it was dangerous or whatever, so she made him quit and stay home with me. Mom's a registered nurse. She was hardly ever home, always working. So I was home alone with Tom. I remember being locked in my room all day, and I wasn't allowed out because he was always busy. Tom also hit me. He hit me when I forgot something. He hit me when I lied. He hit me when I was trying to get attention. I said the F word once, and he beat me and forced me to eat a whole bar of soap. I remember one night I was 5, laying in bed. My chest started feeling weird. It was kind of sticking, and I couldn't breathe, and I was scared. I started coughing profusely, hoping it would help, hoping I could breathe again. Deep down I was thinking, I just want Mom to come in and give me some cough syrup and help me go back to sleep. I wish I might, but it never happened. Tom came busting through the door, pulled me out of bed, throwing me on the floor, and started beating me. "Shut up," he said. "Stop your crocodile tears." He always said that. Stop begging for attention. I remember crawling away into a ball on the floor. It was even hard to breathe after being kicked in the stomach. Eventually he left, and I slept in the corner of my room with a ball. He was always sarcastic. He'd always put me down, tell me I was retarded, make comments about how I looked. It was just never nice. Where'd that go? It was a long weekend. I had been spending it with my dad. I got invited to go indoor swimming. I really wanted to go, so I called home and asked if I could stay another night. Tom picked up. Hello? Hey Dad, it's Ash. Oh, okay, what's up? I was wondering if I could stay another night, so I can go indoor swimming tomorrow? Yeah, sure, man. Have a great time. Thanks. Bye. That was the last time I ever talked to him. I got back from indoor swimming. My dad took me to see my grandparents. I saw other people too, but I remember everyone hugging me. It's gonna be okay, Ashley, they would say. Be strong for your mom, one said. My dad and I got in the car and he said, Mom wants you to stay another night. Why? Are they trying to get rid of me or something? Why would you say that? I don't know, they just don't seem to want me around. The rest of the conversation is a blur. All of a sudden I heard him say, Tom passed away last night. I hardly spoke the rest of the night. I didn't cry. I didn't care. I hated him. Come to find out, Tom shot himself in the throat. After getting into a fight with my mom, my sisters, 4 and 5, walked in to see my mom on the floor holding him covered in his blood. He was gone. Fast forward 6 years, I'm in 7th grade. My mom's in Arizona, so again, she's not a big part of my life. I live with my dad. I'm cutting myself, doing drugs, having sex. I'm miserable. My life is over. I've been to the hospital once or twice for cuts too deep. Got to where I was cutting every night, where you couldn't even see my arms. I've seriously considered suicide. Then one night I get a call from my aunt. Now don't hang up when I say church, she said. I thought, oh boy, she wants me to go to some stupid church thing. All right, I said, what is it? She asked me what I was doing at 6, and I said nothing. There was no getting out of it. I went to her stupid church thing, and I hated every second of it. It was a group called Life Hurts, God Heals, but I tried to make everything better. I hated the people, I hated the message, the church, and I hated God. But somehow she kept getting me to go. I gotta find out where I am. I eventually decided people weren't so bad, and then I decided God wasn't such a bad guy either. I believe these people kept me alive. That's where I accepted God again. But actually, Deep Freeze 11, I believe, had the most impact on me. I feel like God really spoke to me there. And that weekend, I promised myself not to turn from God again. I would get better. Let Him use me to make a difference. This is where my essay ends, and I talk about what I learned. But basically, that's my story. Life has really sucked for me, and I just got all caught up and started doing all the wrong things, cutting and using drugs and just trying to make myself feel better, but none of it really helped. I'm still struggling. It's been 3 weeks since I last cut, and I've had thoughts for the past few days, but I mean, I get myself out of it. If it wasn't for church and all these amazing people here, I probably wouldn't be alive. God's really turned my life around. So that's it.
That's moving. That's why we'll never stop having people share stories at these walks before we walk. I remember when Ashley came in, she wouldn't stop shaking the night that she was at our support group. We knew we had our hands full. She has grown so much, and we love her so much. So thank you so much for sharing that, and thank you for being honest. Our next speaker is Steve. And he is a family member, so a little different side of things. So I'm really excited to hear what he has to say.
Basketball right there. I don't even think I need this. I have a pretty loud voice. Hi everybody, my name is Steve Gutowski, for those of you who don't know me. I'm here today to speak on behalf of my sister, Alicia Gutowski. To see where she's come from in her battle of cutting is just a testimony in itself that you can get through this. It is possible. The reasons for going down this road of the addiction is, all things that we all go through: school issues, family issues, bullying, troubles at home, and other things that affects us all. Add these things together at once with the addition of no self-confidence, and it starts to take its toll on you. In the case of my sister, she decided to take it out on herself in the form of cutting her arms. I remember finding her with a razor and being completely devastated. I wondered to myself, am I the cause of this? What can I do to help? I remember one incident where I was actually the cause of her pain, and it killed me. It absolutely broke my heart to see her struggling and cutting herself because of my actions and my words. I decided that day that I would do my best to support her through everything and anything that she goes through. And I think because of that, we are as strong as best friends as possible. And honestly, I wouldn't change that for the world. When we still squabble from time to time, like any brother and sister do. But you know what? It doesn't matter because we're still there for each other. We still support each other. I am proud to say that since that last incident over 3 years ago, March 6th, if I remember correctly, she has been cut free. She has not cut her hands at all. And I would like to just state that it's because of my family and because of me and just supporting her that she's been able to get through this and make it through. Alicia, I don't know where I would be without you torturing me on a daily basis. And I say that in quotes because you really don't, but you are such an awesome sister. So thank you for making through it, and thank you for being my sister. I love you. Alicia, can you come up here, please? Christina, can you also come up? In honor of this, Alicia, I'm giving a check to Christina for this organization for $200, just because it's such an impact on my life. I wanted to make sure that we can keep supporting it, okay? Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for sharing that. It's so nice to hear the family side of things too, and the friends that struggle right along with you. So right now, we're going to get ready to walk. But before we do, I want to say thank you again to our speakers. Amazing. Our awesome volunteers. We have a lot of people that showed up early to make this happen. They do setup. I've got the balloons. I mean, everything you see here is all from volunteer work. So I thank you so much for that. Also, I wanted to remind you to please visit each table that's here today. There's a resource table. Bridging the Gap is here. Young Life is here. Sexual Assault Support Services was going to be here. They were unable to make it. Also, the Center for Eating Disorders. So please visit each of their tables. These are amazing organizations right within our community that are here to educate and support, and their hearts are really for teens and young adults, and they really encourage me. So also, our route is going to change a little bit this year when we walk. We're going to head out this door and go around to the right that way instead of the front of the building because they're doing some sign-ups. I know some things are ribboned off and whatnot. So we'll have some people grabbing this banner here and they'll kind of lead the way, and we'll head out and do the full triangle of Spalding High School. So again, I just thank you all for being here, for being a part of this walk and this day, and we're going to continue to do it, keep growing. So that's it.